Okay. Hey, here's the setup. So we're just gonna do 1 amp today. I don't typically do that, I usually have a comparison. I think this would be fun to do. We definitely need another Peavey Triple X on the YouTubes, right? We're gonna do this with a overdrive. Here's the settings for that. SD1 as usual, with the noise gate. And this is actually one that I chopped up. This was a 212. I didn't do it perfect here. This is, where the speaker used to be, so it's like there's nothing to staple to. I was gonna fix that, just haven't done it yet. But this is definitely just as loud as the regular head, so let's do this. Dudes, I feel like it's been forever. I guess what I can say is I've been doing some recording of my band's new album. We got 9 songs and we found a cool way to do the recording, which I will make a video on that, and it involves the Quad Cortex. Really came out really cool as far as guitar tone. That's all we've done so far, is just basically done the guitars. Really happy with how the process went after we figured out a cool situation with that. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is about this Peavey Triple X. This was a combo amp that I cut in half. As I showed you in the video before, it's not perfect, of course, because there is this is where the speaker went in, so there's a big divot there. So I just haven't replaced it with like a solid piece of wood, and then I could like staple it all up and all that stuff. But otherwise, it works awesome. I got that going through my V30 cab with the SM57 and a Lewitt 440 Pure. Great combo. And today I will be playing my Ironbird. It's got 2 EMGs, and I got in my pocket. Oh, 2 EMGs, and this is a platinum version. Is my head cut off? That looks like my head's cut off. This is a platinum version of this guitar. Awesome guitar. Love this thing, and it's super flat. Beautiful guitar. Perfect pairing with this Peavey Triple X. So what I'll be doing is going through the channels, and I know this is old news, right? Sure. But I've never done this one. I've done the JSX with the Peavey Triple X too. I thought I'd just go ahead and just do the Peavey Triple X just by itself. Just want to make a quick and easy video for this one. Anyways, hope you guys like that beginning riff or songish thing. I haven't done vocals in forever. I got to prepare to start doing that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through this. Of course, we're going to start on the clean. And I'm going to turn this overdrive off. And this is what the clean sounds like. And this is with everything at noon, so it sounds like a push clean. Now, keep in mind that all the EQ is, they're all active EQ, which means it's kind of like, it just adds gain as you push it up into that EQ territory. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. I'm just kind of talking out my butt. So that's the way I think it works. That's my thoughts on it. But the clean doesn't sound as clean as I would think it would because of that active EQ. It's very like pushed, but it also might be because of my EMGs that I have in here. So who knows? It's definitely gainy sound. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of breakup there. Well, let's go ahead and try it. I'm gonna try my Les Paul. It's got passive pickups in it. All right. So this is my Les Paul Custom. Yeah, it still definitely has a little bit of breakup in there. But you wouldn't really get this amp for the cleans. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I just want to do a quick one because, you know, I think everybody always passes up the cleans and just throws them off because whatever. But let's go ahead and go over to the gains. All right, so I was on the Ultra channel whenever, not the Ultra channel, but the Crunch channel, whenever I was doing that song at the very beginning. So I put the EQ the way I like it. So we'll just go ahead and hear it like it is. I did not have the overdrive on during that time. So this is what it sounds like. From that song. And just for everybody so they know, there is the tight, middle, and loose on the back of this that affects the resonance of the amp. Well, I think it does a little more than that because whenever I have it on tight, the volume is cut. So maybe somebody has an explanation for that. John Brown, if you're out there, if you got an explanation for that, that'd be pretty cool to hear. But I'll show you. So right now it's on loose. So here's loose. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I can hit this right. Here's tight. Big difference, right? I guess it does tighten it up. But I'm surprised at the volume drop. I guess it's kind of like a compressor where it just kind of, maybe not. But here's medium. But that tone is killer, right? And here's loose. So maybe there's something wrong with this one, but I don't remember any of those acting in that kind of fashion where the tight would bring the volume down, medium up a little more, and then the loose loudest. Definitely helps out with the whenever you're trying to play with the band to keep it on loose and then throw the overdrive on it. So I love that. That sounds like an angle to me, to tell you the truth, as I stare at my angle Fireball right now. All right, let's go ahead and bring the EQ back to noon. Gain as well. Let's see what we got. You see what I mean? Like, even I brought the volume or the EQ down, and it sounded like the volume went down too. So with an active EQ, I think it does. It kind of like the Mark series where you have to, when you turn up the like the EQ, the knobs, it like gives it more gain. This one seems to mess with the volume some. Let's triple check that. So I had it, I think I had the body down. Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe it's just the bottom. Yeah, it's the bottom. But it's not the low end that I'm hearing that goes up. Everything goes up. I don't know, maybe. It's hard to tell. All right, let's go back to noon. And I'll bring up the volume, because you know, sometimes when the volume's lower, it kind of sounds duller. That's about where it was. Okay, cool. Tell you what, since I kind of messed with the EQ already, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in noon. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the Ultra channel back at noon and get the same volume and see if they sound the same. See if I can get the volume, yeah. Gain, there. Okay, that looks about the same across the board. Okay. All right, so here's the Ultra. Because I want to get this out of the way. And Ultra. Yeah, they sound exactly the same. Let's kind of gain this out. Go to 3 o'clock with both of them. Here's the Ultra. It's really fizzy. Here's the crunch. Yeah, I don't hear a difference in them. In these two channels, I don't hear a difference at all. Since we got that out the way, let's go ahead and we'll stay on the Ultra, and then I'll start using the boost. Let's see here. I mean, that's a pretty good amount of low end, right? Well, let's go ahead and bring the gain back to about 11 o'clock. Oops, I'm still on the crunch. Kind of flubby sounding, right? Boost engaged. I probably want a little more gain from the amp, just to fatten it up a little bit. Okay, now let's bring the body back and let's go all the way down with this, see what it sounds like. Dude, that sounds like a solid state, like a valve state. How's that coming in on here? Yeah, no. Okay, Let's bring it up to about 9 o'clock. So as you can see, this active EQ stuff definitely makes a big difference for a little bit. So I'm gonna hold the chord. See, it really comes in there. Off, I guess. That's a decent amount of mids. I mean, it's still scoop sounding, but I could still work with that. Okay, let's go up to noon. I see it really kind of comes out there in the front. Maybe let's bring back the edge a little bit. And then bring up the body. Interesting. It kind of sits there in that mesa territory right now. Let's bring the edge back up. I don't know, it just sounds honky with the body at noon. I just like to kick back a little bit. Yeah, I like that, but then let's throw up some bottom since we cut it with the SD1. That's it. Let's try. Okay, this is on the loose mode, right? I'm gonna bring it back to the tight. I'm gonna bring the volume up to see if we can hear a difference in the low end. Okay. There's that. Let's bring the volume up, master volume up. Yeah. There is a difference. It's just quicker. Just cuts quicker. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, what else do you want from this thing, right? I just wanted to show you guys some tones on this thing, and the reverb does not work on this one because I pulled it out because I don't care about reverb, and it probably wouldn't be that good anyways. I think this one had a spring reverb. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward amp. I would just get it for the one tone that it does really good, and that's like a little bit scoop mids, loud as hell, big fat bottom end, and that Peavey sizzle on top. Sounds like a damn recipe. Anyways, D&D out.